campers.
In 600 feet, take the entrance to the right on I-90 East US 14 East.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's... We've got a Thomas aboard my truck. It's annoying. Honestly, it's really annoying. It's got my route in it. I don't know how Allie can deal with this guy talking all the time. What is going on here? Alright. You let me in? Cool, thank you, dude.
Continue on this road for 341 miles.
Someone actually let me in. That was surprising. Woo, quite a lip there. Alright, we're gonna just be half on the shoulder here. That's fine. Don't have much of a lane anyway. I am way too close. Come on. Loosen up, folks. Loosen up. I feel like we could probably go over 30 here. I mean, speed limit's 45. What are they even doing? I can't tell what work is being done. Something on the golf course, maybe? I don't know. Alright, here we go. Getting some speed now. We are in Rapid City, South Dakota. Still on the same load. Unfortunately, there has been a complication with our route, so we're having to reroute, which is probably why the GPS is talking. The GPS was absolutely useless, I might add. It did not want to give me my alternate route at all. So I manually plugged it in, like I do. The built-in GPS in my truck, the Navigo, that's provided by the company. It's part of the truck. I have to pay for it every week, whether I like it or not. That's been having a lot of issues lately. So we picked up a Rand McNally last week, a cheap one, little 5-inch one, really nice little gizmo. But I don't particularly like it. Let's actually get it muted, because that is Allie's thing, not mine. I do not like him, Sam I am. No Thomas for me. I wish I could get him. I need to find the warnings and stuff and see if I can figure out if there's just a way to make him say the way station ahead thing, because that's actually kind of useful. I know most of the way stations on my route now. On my routes, my various routes. But today we're going to have to do an extra, we're going to have to be passing a road that's kind of new. Not temporally new, but new to me. Because I-90 is closed across half of South Dakota from Mitchell to Sioux Falls. I-90 is closed, it is underwater. The Corn Palace has flooded. Hi guy, you should figure your stuff out, and I'm not moving over. Good job. I figured it out. I've learned this lesson. You don't move over for folks in this town. You'll get trapped in the left lane. They're horrible. The folks here can figure it out. They'll manage to merge if you don't get out of their way. They know how to use their brakes and their throttle. We've had many encounters with our Rapid City brethren. And Sistren? Sistren a word? I don't know. Our fellow human beings in the Rapid City, the men, women, non-binary folks of all ages. I actually do have several non-binary friends in Rapid City, so it's I should definitely include them. Yeah, they can handle it. They can handle it. The only thing I need to do is to be predictable and slow. And that is what we are doing here in the right lane, in the big truck. We are predictable, we are slow, we're not going to move out of people's way, we're going to hold our steady speed, plus or minus about 5 miles an hour because of, gravity. Relatively steady speed. But yeah, what we're going to do is we are going to head east to Murdo Murdo, South Dakota, take one last check of our route and see if the, please don't get in front of me, dude. We're going downhill. I'm going a little bit faster. Please don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Please don't cut me off. Please don't cut me off. Please don't cut me off. Oh, yep, we're just gonna break. Get away from you. All right. You're still about to get in front of me, aren't you? We're gonna go over to Murdo, South Dakota, check the routing one more time, see if the road has opened in the hour or two that's gonna take us to get there. A couple hours actually. It's like an hour from Wall, and then Murdo's like another 2 hours past that. It's a few hours. And if the road is still closed past Mitchell, then in Murdo we're gonna turn south and take US Highway 83 down into Nebraska and pick up Route 20 instead. Which seems like an excellent idea to me. That will take us to Iowa and our next fuel stop in Shelby, which will be lovely. I don't have a terrible history with Shelby. Shelby might be the truck stop that put me in the hospital. It's one of two candidates for the truck stop that put me in the hospital with terrible food poisoning a few years ago. There's two potential truck stops that did that. If you want to find out what the other one is, I believe I told that half of the story on pod therapy in the producer section. The theropods only. You go in and you give them money on Patreon and you get to listen to a little bit of extra. You can do it for just like $1, and it's $1 per month, not $1 per episode, unlike several other podcasts. They only do per month, and you get a bit of extra chat with me at the beginning of the first podcast that I was on for pod therapy. Both of those are out now, by the way. I'm in the episode about. Well, there's one episode that actually like has me in the title, and then there's another one that is about, it's like Alzheimer's parent, I think is, or motivation and Alzheimer's parent is the other one I'm in. I'm just like in the background, say a few things over the course of the episode. It's great. It worked out well. But yeah, there's some extended sequences with yours truly in the beginning of the episode if you get the Patreon feed. So check that out, and you can find out what the other truck stop that that might have put me in the hospital. I ate at 2 different truck stops in Iowa on the day that I ended up in the hospital. One of them was the Loves in Shelby, where we are fueling next, and the other one was somewhere else. And then I drove to North Platte, and then I ended up in the hospital that night. Which, public PSA, public service announcement, if you're going to end up in the hospital in a random city on the road, North Platte, real good city to end up in the hospital in. They've got a very good hospital. Highly recommended, 5 out of 5 stars, saved my life. Only charged me about $5,000. Still paying that off, but it's, progress. Progress. For like 3 days in the hospital, including like a day in the ICU, $5,000's not bad. It's like a third of what I would have paid for that in Virginia. So go North Platte. Anyway, we are headed east. We're gonna probably drop down 83 into Nebraska because Mitchell's flooded apparently. I've still got to figure this GPS thing out. Like right now, it is so zoomed out, it's useless. It has zoomed out to show my entire route, at least as far as my next stop, which is in Shelby. Of course, it thinks still that I'm going through Sioux Falls, and we're not. So that's annoying. I've got to figure out how to change the zoom level, because if I press the plus and minus buttons on it, it'll zoom in and out, and then if I stop pushing the buttons a few seconds later, it switches back to the zoomed out view, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all, and I don't want to be messing with it while I'm driving. These prime trailers are squirrely enough in the wind. I certainly don't need to be distracted myself while driving. But yeah, so we've got 7 hours on our clock. We're going to see how far we can get today. We've got 332 miles to just to Sioux Falls, so we're almost certainly not going to make Shelby today. So I'll probably be stopping somewhere in Nebraska. I think there's a Love's in Norfolk, and I think we're going through Norfolk. I also have no idea if I'm saying Norfolk right, because I'm saying Norfolk like I'm from Virginia. For all I know, Nebraskans say Norfolk. I'm just going to keep saying Norfolk, because that's how, Norfolk is how Virginians say it. And it sounds slightly less appropriate. There's some fun county names in Virginia. There is one school in Northern Virginia, and the county name is spelled Faquuier, which I presume is French, but in Virginia, in Virginia, it ends up getting pronounced Fauquier County. Oh, somebody just dropped in and watched my dash cam for a moment. That's what that was. My footage is technically public, but you have to have a pretty specific, you have to have a pretty specific thing, and I'm not labeled as me on there. It's just like if someone's looking for, basically if weather people are looking for info, they can see a little blip on the map like, hey, here's a camera in this location that you have access to watch a really short clip of, and people can like drop in and check it out. Which can be handy. But you have to actually know you have to have access to the app and stuff, and no one can hear anything that I'm saying. So it's, yeah, kind of nifty, there's Loves. I think I'm done talking. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Ellie O'Dare. Ignore the Thomas. He will not be in future episodes, probably. I am not interested in stealing Ellie's bits. I've done a couple of tunnel times while she was out, but she's back now, so I'm not going to do any more tunnel times. I also never hit tunnels, so it doesn't really matter. I don't go to Pennsylvania. We are going east at the moment, so we might see a tunnel. I don't think, but I'm not going to be doing tunnel time because that's Allie's thing. And Tom is also kind of Allie's thing. So using the voice for sure, just because you know, it's the only good voice on there, and amuses me greatly to have the same voice as Allie's GPS. But I'm probably going to leave it muted, honestly. I don't really like having the thing telling me what to do. I like it just being there as like a mini map. Like here's this guide to the place that you've chosen. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I don't trust GPSs. I just don't. They lead you to bad places sometimes. And like even though it is a Rand McNally, it is slightly more reliable, I think. It is the same company that produces the Atlas that I use, and it has a digital copy of the Atlas in it, which is kind of great. I do like that, but I still don't trust it. So we're going to be basically plugging our routes in manually, I think. Who knows? Maybe I'll learn to like it. I don't know. I just don't want the GPS telling me to take a turn and me taking a turn and ending up somewhere bad. I don't want that to happen. So we're still going to be doing our own navigating and just having the GPS up, showing the route that I have chosen as an assist, I think. But of course, it will not have no words. No words. I need no words. I think Allie does the same thing, because like she was talking in one of her previous videos where she was going through this town. It's like all the different ways that she's gone to this customer trying to figure out the best way to do it, which tells me that she's putting her route into her GPS herself and not just trusting what the GPS tells her. So I suspect Allie does it the same way. I do not know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've rambled on enough. My name is Eliodare. You can find me on the internet at Eliodare on Twitter. Twitter is the best place to get a hold of me. I check it like every time I park the truck. But you can also find me at Eliodare on a couple of other services, such as Xbox Live, Steam, Nintendo Switch, the forums for American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2 on there, yeah, mostly Twitter though. Come say hi on the Twitters at Eliodare, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the podcast that I was on. Pod Therapy is the name of the podcast. The most recent 2 episodes as of this recording, which is September 13th. Wait, is today Friday the 13th? I think today might be Friday the 13th. That's awesome. Whoops, I didn't even realize. I had no idea. Oh well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and have a great